Hello. Well, it's the European elections this coming week. For those of you outside Britain who don't know what all this is about, this is a construction of the European Union which is supposed to be a parliament. In fact, it's nothing more than a huge, long gravy train in which we elect people who have no power to make laws that they do not understand, handed down to them rather, by unelected European commissioners whom nobody knows, except for the little group of the European commissioners who know each other and keep appointing each other to different jobs. The whole thing is an exercise in a con trick on the European people. Anyway, Carl Benjamin and Tommy Robinson are campaigning hard, and I wish them both good luck. Unfortunately, I'm not in their areas. But apart from that, I'd really like to forget about the whole business because everyone knows the European elections is a sham. And everyone knows it's got about as much to do with democracy as Google has to do with fairness. But that's another matter. Anyway, I can't forget about it because it's an election and somebody has to vote. And I keep getting bumf coming through my letterbox. And I get all this stuff on my doorstep day after day. Interestingly, I haven't had a thing from the Conservatives, which is sort of odd, but I'm getting Lib Dem stuff by the ton. Every 2 days, again and again, or whatever. This is the Lib Dems one. Let's see, it goes like that. You see that's personally addressed, that one there. The Lib Dems, at least in our area, have always personally addressed voters. They sometimes send what look like handwritten letters. They're printed, but they look like handwritten and they're addressed to dear neighbour. And a lot of people fall for it. They do think it's a personal letter. Labour's leaflets, on the other hand, that's a generic thing. I suppose it's being delivered all over the country. So this Lib Dem thing, first of all, you notice there's no face here. No local candidate, no face of a local candidate, no party leader, except the only time the party leader comes up is this little thing right at the back there. Hang on, there it is. This little thing here, right at the back. And if you notice, here. Got it. Vince Cable is getting even less exposure than Jeremy Corbyn and Theresa May, which I'd say is bad advertising myself. Apart from that, it's a disaster in other ways. Look how many times they have actually put the word Brexit into the people's minds. There's Brexit there, and then Brexit there. And then it doesn't matter that it says stop Brexit. The word Brexit is what's going to hang on in people's minds. And then here there's Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. Oh, here, Brexit, 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 all the way down here. Now, of course, Lib Dem stalwarts will always get the message. But there'll be quite a few people who will see that word Brexit and will put their cross against the Brexit party on the voting slip simply out of knee-jerk reaction. I'm going to put the voting slip up here. That's something I found online. And that's one hell of a logo the Brexit Party has. I can tell you, respect. I was involved in local politics in a minor way a while ago, and I was flabbergasted to discover how many people voted not because they knew the party and not because they knew any of the party's policies, but simply because they recognised the brand name. Well, that's democracy for you. Now, here's the Labour leaflet, Corbyn's face. That's what this party is selling. Hang on, that's a better. That's what this party is selling. And this one says, Labour will bring our country together. Labour is a political party. It can't bring the country together. All it can do is govern. And it's people who bring the party together, and Labour is doing what it can to divide the people. The middle of this leaflet is a total myth. Yeah, I've not gone out of focus. It is as pale as that. They appear to have run out of ink. I don't know if they have, but it reminds me of that old joke about some sinner who recently died and is being given the choice between going to a capitalist hell or a communist hell. And the sinner says, well, what does capitalist hell have? And the devil in chief says, oh, the usual stuff, fire, sulphur, devils with pitchforks, that sort of thing. And so the sinner says, well, that doesn't sound very nice. What's in the communist hell? And the devil in chief says, oh, well, fire, sulphur, devils with pitchforks, So the sinner says, well, what's the difference? And the devil in chief says, well, in the communist hell, central planning gets millions of tons of the wrong sort of sulphur. The fires go out because they've run out of coal, and the devils with pitchforks are usually out on strike. Anyway, it looks like that happened with the ink here. And then at the back, we have that bring our country back together. Again, it's a very lame slogan, in my poor opinion. But the best is something I can't show you a picture of. Because I passed it while I was driving, and I was so sorry I didn't have time I couldn't stop the car and get a shot of it. There was a big hoarding up as I was driving through Hendon, and this hoarding was in front of a demolished building, anyway, some sort of a building that was under some sort of construction, and someone had spray painted over the hoarding with the following words, or something very close anyway. It said, "Fuck Corbyn. Brexit now." And I thought, when the sort of people who spray paint a hoarding are saying, fuck Corbyn, the Labour Party really does have a problem. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe, and if you wish to donate, click the subscribe star link where you can make a one-off payment or set up a regular contribution, or I have a PayPal account at grannyopteryx@gmail.com. Till next time.